Hi, I'm Dr. Stephen Malone. You know, people ask me all the time about digital technology and how it affects dentistry. We'd like to show you what that means here in the office. So dentists used to have technicians that they worked with everything analog. Today we do it all digital. Also, digital technology helps us with clear aligners so we can straighten your teeth here in the office. If we can help you with your dental needs, look us up at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome in for another episode of Vol Club Confidential. I'm your host, Austin Price. Tennessee coming off the weekend at Texas A&M. They'll have another big road game midweek this week at Arkansas. But before we get to talk about the basketball team with Zakai, Zeigler, and Tobe, Awaka, we bring in Brandon Spurlock of the Vol Club, and we've seen an uptick in membership here recently, Brandon, as we hit the kind of early part of February.
Yeah, momentum is good as we're rolling through basketball here and, you know, getting ready to start off baseball season. Was just over there. The stadium is looking nice and ready to roll, so that means, you know, good weather and another great sports team that kind of carries on from football to basketball to baseball. So exciting time, yeah. And the membership has followed just with the positive momentum and everything that's going on out there.
Yeah, almost 2 weeks ago, since old Puxatawny Fields had 6 weeks of less winter and an early spring, and to this point, the weather's kind of turned. Maybe he's going to be right for a change. His hit rate's about 39%. So it's,
nothing like bringing on spring like the start of baseball.
Oh, 100%. Of course, they'll get started coming up this coming weekend down in the state of Texas. Will Tony Vitello and the Baseball Vols some new merch here with the 865 hats?
Yeah, we just got these in. Some stuff behind us too. So everything that we have is available. TheVolunteerClub.com as always. So great time to join. Great time to shop around and get some merchandise. So got something for everybody there. I think
we'll get one with you and just the red beard.
Do that. Just a silhouette.
The red beard. I love it. Now let's get to tonight's marquee guest, and that is Zakai Zeigler and Tobe Awaka.
What's up, Bobby? How you doing?
So we joked before we started, like my Tennessee accent is going to really shine through with you guys, with you New York. Kind of take me through what it's like going from there to here. And you said you noticed your accent and his accent more now than you ever have.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big culture shock because, like even when I first came to Tennessee on my visit, I thought it was going to be, like, cornfields.
Everybody thinks that. Football recruits, everybody thinks that.
People told me that, too.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be like this. Like, the people is real. The people is two different types of people, too. Like, people are way nicer. They show, like, a lot of love. Like, it's just real different. But from, like, speaking aspect, like, it's hard for me to understand some people when they talking to me. And vice versa. A lot of people tell me it's hard for them to understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I felt the same way for sure. I think down here, like, there's a lot of hospitality. New York is kind of known for its grit and, people with attitudes, things like that. But there's definitely a lot of hospitality down here. And, definitely no cornfields. It's a lot more, I guess, suburban, city-like,
New York's been so important to Tennessee basketball. You look at Bernard King, Ernie Grunfeld, Tobias Harris, you boys. I mean, did you know anything about Tennessee at all before you got here? Did you know the history of kind of guys that have come from up there down here before you got here?
Only reason why I knew about Tobias is because he's from Long Island and we're pretty much from like the same area. And he went to school with my cousins, so I knew about Tobias growing up. Like I used to go to all his high school games. I was a little boy, but that's the only person I really knew about. And I knew about Lamonte Turner.
Yeah,
that's about it. I ain't know about nothing else or anything about Tennessee, period.
Have you learned about Bernard King since you've been down here?
A little bit here and there, snippets.
I mean, you see his name in the rafters when you're over there in Pratt.
For sure, every
day. I mean, that's something to make you go harder because it's a Hall of Fame banner, so it make you work more.
Tennessee's only one of two schools in the entire SEC, Tennessee and Auburn, to have a Hall of Famer in each sport. Baseball, now that Todd Helton just got elected to the Hall of Fame, he joins Frank Thomas. And, of course, Bernard King in basketball, and then Tennessee's got a handful of Hall of Famers in football. So, I mean, New York, has been important to this place. How much did you guys know each other growing up, though? I mean, just outside of AAU, pretty much it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I would say basically AAU. I mean, I knew of him like in high school, but like you see a lot of guys play throughout your high school experience. So, but we really like connected, when we were on AAU.
Yeah, I used to make him sleep on like the little couches when we were
That's
on road
false.
trips.
He's actually twisting the story.
That's a lie.
I told him to get off and sleep on the couch.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
But to each his own. It's all good.
That's a lie. I'm not the dude from Kentucky. I wouldn't let that happen. I wouldn't let that happen.
But
Well, you said you knew of him.
Yeah.
What did you know? What was the reputation for Zakai Zeigler?
just a gritty New York point guard. It's like you'll see like highlights from different games. He went to Immaculate in Jersey, so they weren't close, but they were close enough to where you saw games here and there. And you would see highlights. So yeah, I knew the name for sure. But we didn't really get to know each other. For real.
And he knew that when I transferred to OSL, that if we would have played Hayes, we'd have beat them by at least 20 to 30 points. We'd have beat them by 20 to 30 points.
I can't say that we would have won because his team was stacked. His team was definitely stacked.
Yeah,
but it definitely would have been a competitive game.
Yeah, we would have spanked them.
It definitely would have been a competitive game.
It would have been too easy, in my opinion.
That's his opinion. My opinion differs, but it's all good.
I remember talking to you when you were a recruit, and all those pictures, kind of like you were skinnier back then. You had the glasses, the goggles, or
don't mention that around him. Don't mention that around him.
You know what's crazy? We used to think back then Tobe was built like how he is now. That's how we used to look at him. And now, even when I look at the pictures, I'll be like, like your body has changed since you got to college. Like you don't really notice it being around somebody every day, even for yourself, for myself, I haven't seen my body change, but looking back at pictures and stuff, it's definitely different.
I think you can bring the goggles back. Be
Horace
Horace Grant.
Be
Horace Grant.
They're
man.
retired.
Wow,
they're all
bring
beat
them
up,
back.
cracked, and all that.
You lying?
They're in my room, but they're all beat up, cracked.
Nah, you gotta bring them back, bro.
Yeah.
For the one
Maybe.
time at least.
Maybe senior night. Maybe I don't know.
Senior night.
Maybe.
You won't be here by then. You won't be able to give him a hard time. You won't be able to give him a hard time.
Yeah, he'll be in the league by now.
Yeah, let's hope.
What was his reputation?
Just a beast. My bros, my cousins, they would call me and say because they'll go to his games. And I would be having games, but they'll go to his games and they'll be like, "Yo, Tobe just dunked on somebody. Or he just had 20 and 20." It was just he was just unstoppable. But he was stoppable if my school would have played them.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
That's not it.
That's the only way he was really stoppable.
That's not it.
Yeah, he was just a beast.
I don't know if we would have had an answer for you. Well, y'all didn't have an answer for me, I don't think.
You know who.
Huh?
You know who. He knows we would have had an answer.
I don't think so.
We would have had a couple answers.
We can only speculate.
Yeah.
We can only speculate.
The man above saved you. That's all I gotta say to that.
It depends too whether we would have played at our place or your place.
No, it doesn't matter.
I don't know.
We could have played John at OSL, at Hayes, at Hofstra.
OSL would have been hectic.
At Johnny's.
OSL would have been hectic. We really should have played y'all on nationals for the state.
We're not federation. We're not in there.
Oh, that is true.
We're independent.
That's true.
There's levels.
Do you all ever not talk trash?
Nah, it's a constant thing every single day.
He tries to talk all day.
He does not. He does all the it's straight jokes every single day. And he does it to try to
get under your
make
skin.
me respond in some way. And I'll just ignore it and he'll keep going until I say or do something. And then it's oh, Tobe's being a bully. Alright.
Tobe don't be no bully. I'm just saying, some people haven't. I've seen Tobe cry.
Why are you lying?
I've seen Tobe cry. I've made him shed a tear.
Yeah, that's a lie. That's a lie.
I would say your name for when you played high school basketball, when you would go on the road, they would butcher it.
Nah.
Did they get it right most of the time?
Yeah, Tobe. Yeah. It wasn't. I mean, by then, most people.
What about your last name?
They never really said my last name. For real.
Nobody ever said my name right.
For real.
What'd they call you?
Z. They'll just have to call me Z. But if an announcer said my name or something, it would be Zakai, Zaki. It would be a bunch of names. I wouldn't even understand why they would even think it's that. But that's when I just started people just started calling me Z or Kai. That's really it. I didn't get called ZZ till I got down here.
From the moment he signed, I've called him Fozzie Bear.
Why?
You ever watch the Muppets?
Nah. I'm not a big TV guy, really.
So Fozzie Bear is a character in the Muppets, like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
And he tells jokes. And after every joke, he says, Waka Waka.
So what's it called again?
Oh, I think
The
so.
Muppets.
I think I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, because I kept hearing people. I heard people say that before. But I didn't know that's what it was from.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So you got Kermit, Miss Piggy,
Yeah.
and then there's Fozzie Bear.
Is that Miss Piggy told?
Miss Piggy, what you mean?
I'm just asking a question.
I should be asking you that question.
He's asking
for
if
real.
there's a female in your life.
Oh, is there?
Is there a female in your life?
I'm asking you a question.
But like, all right. So if I answer, can you answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love my mother to death. It's always gonna be a female in my life.
I was talking about my sister. So
This is fantastic. So let's rewind back more recent times. Kentucky. You all play that game against South Carolina, and it's just kind of, that was a night just nothing went in. You didn't make a shot.
Mm-hmm.
I remember after the game, like Jeff Jarnigan, who does the PA at Thompson Bowling, is like, all right, let's go over the scores. So-and-so 2, so-and-so 2, so-and-so 2. And then Dalton's got 31.
Mm-hmm.
And then you flip it at Kentucky, and it's the opposite. Kind of Dalton has this down game, and you all stepped up big and started making all kinds of plays, fighting people. What was that game like, atmosphere? And going in, did you almost feel like it's not a must-win, but it kind of is for us? We need to, if we're going to go get the goals and win the SEC regular season, that type of stuff, we need to get this one.
Yeah, well, we definitely felt like it was a must-win. So I wouldn't even say that we don't feel like that. Every opponent that we play, we play with the same respect and the same urgency. Every game is a must-win game. And so going into that place, we knew it was going to be kind of rowdy, and I didn't even think it was rowdy or that loud. We've been in much more hostile places, so I don't think it was that bad. But going into it, we definitely thought it was a must-win for sure.
yeah, for sure. I think that going into the game, we thought you would have a big impact on how the rest of the season was gonna go. In our eyes, we lost a game that we weren't supposed to lose. Obviously had a tough night offensively, but yeah, we went into Kentucky knowing that no matter what, we had to come out with a W.
I know you want to win at home,
Yeah,
but how much more fun is it to win on the road?
Much more
Because you got
fun.
Tennessee fans at border war, so there's still quite a bit of orange and rup, and so when y'all got up 13-3, how much could you? It's easy to say block out the noise, but could you hear the Tennessee fans when you all had those little spurts, start the first half, start the second half?
Yeah, for sure, because their fans started to boo a little bit at the refs or something. We'll be pressuring the ball, the fans would start saying we fouling, and it clearly wasn't. But it's a really good feeling winning on the road, because seeing the arena go from packed out to
Empty.
The game is still going on, a minute and a half left, people just get up and start walking out and leaving.
You see everybody
going
trying to beat traffic.
this. Yeah, that's a way better feeling.
Is that the most fun game you play every year? Is that rup?
It's definitely up there.
Yeah,
it's definitely up there.
But
I thought College Station was pretty fun last year.
yeah,
Texas A&M. I thought that was pretty fun.
yeah, that was a pretty fun game. But all the games in TBA those games is always fun.
Yeah.
So, it's nothing to compare, really, in my opinion.
What's the best part of the presentation at TBA? Do you like the intros? Do you like the run out? What do you look forward to most? It's different. Football's got the ball walk. They've got running through the tee.
Yeah.
For you guys, what kind of resonates for you all?
I would say the pregame video that gets me going a lot, because they start playing like the fire and stuff in the middle of the court. Everybody starts cheering. It's like a flashlight show. And so once they finally start calling names and stuff, everybody just they get louder and louder, and then
internally, what's it like? Because you're starting and you're coming off the bench, so do you have to? Are you amped and you have to kind of calm down, or how is it from an emotion standpoint for both of you?
For me, it's I'm amped, and then I gotta cool down,
and then get reamped.
It's because I'm on the bench, so I gotta calm down a little bit. But then once I call my name to get in the game, I'm adrenaline skyrocketing.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't even know how to answer that, because I'm always hyped in some way, shape or form. Some way I'm always hype or laughing about something or joking about something or something. So I would just say I'm hyped going into the game, and I just stay like that. Really, I honestly start to get a little mad going into the games.
Who's the best trash talker on this team?
It's Zakai. It's not even.
I figured.
It's not even close. It's really not even.
Do you
close.
ever stop
No.
Yeah, I stop.
I think like
during the games?
nah. Even I think like there was one time I caught him asleep on the couch in the dorm, and like he was like whispering, and I'm pretty sure he was trash talking in his sleep. To be completely honest.
One day, he was in the dorm. I caught Tobe sleep, and he was sleepwalking actually, and he was like, he was rebounding in his sleep.
Yo,
It was the craziest thing I ever seen. He was doing post moves against the wall, like craziest thing I ever seen.
yeah.
It's like you got him, and now he feels the need to like up the ante and say you're doing post moves against the wall in your sleep.
Am I lying?
Yo, so we need to take it there.
Am I lying?
But I like the energy though. I respect it. Okay. Okay.
I really don't trash talk that much. Honestly.
Yo,
I just
there's
like
no need
laughter
to come in
and
the
stuff.
podcast and lie, bro. Like why? Like
Who's
you,
lying?
You know you trash talk.
I just like
stop.
to laugh and I like
Who
to
do you
joke
like?
with my bros.
Who gives you a run for your money though? Like when you're playing against them, like that you enjoy the kind of the banter back and forth. I don't mean like in a negative way. I mean like you probably bring out the best in him. He probably brings out the best in you. Is there someone that you've won against multiple times where you're like,
Oh yeah,
this is fun?
Coach Bones.
Oh, Coach Barnes, I'm talking about an opponent.
Oh, an opponent? Nah, nobody. There's nobody.
Nobody's on your level.
I'm not surprised at that answer, honestly.
I'm telling you, I got to come back for a lot of things.
He did his research before games for sure.
Do you really? You like do a deep dive on every kid?
I got a lot of comebacks, like it's just fun. And at the end of the day, it's just like competitiveness. I look at it as that.
Do opposing coaches? Do you ever get
into it
chirping with the opposing coaches?
I haven't, but I've seen one player and one coach get into it before, and that was Bruce Poole and Ross Plashwick. The only encounter I ever seen, and it was one of the funniest situations I've seen with my eyes. I can't say what was said, but it was hilarious.
Was that your freshman year?
Yeah, no, it was last year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was last year for sure.
You didn't see it because you didn't have your goggles on.
Exactly.
Probably not, yeah.
So you gotta bring your goggles up so you can see better.
I don't know. We'll see.
Now your mom lives down here, so she's at everything.
Yeah.
What's your folks?
They're up in New York. They're both nurses, so their schedules are always hectic. So they're always running around doing stuff. So yeah.
So how often do they get down?
They haven't been down since my visit, really. Just been busy with work and all that.
Well, it's been a rough few years.
Yeah, that is true. Well, up by us, hospitals always packed. Stuff going on, different stuff to take care of. So they're always busy.
Anything you do during the game to let them know, like you go to the foul line. Like Jeff Hornacek always used to do you even know who Jeff Hornacek is? I'm pulling out names that you guys probably don't know who exists.
They sound familiar, but I don't think I know him.
Jeff Hornacek.
He was a guard. He played on those 97, 98 Jazz teams.
Oh,
with Malone and Stockton.
I've definitely heard that name before.
That's his favorite player.
That's not my favorite player.
I can see that.
That's cap.
Yeah,
that's not my favorite player.
He was talking about him earlier.
That's
Him
not-
and Jamal Mayshak was all talking, and he said his favorite player was Carl.
No way. This is like an inside joke, but we're not gonna release that on there.
That's your favorite player.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Him and
Who is your favorite player?
I'd probably say Jordan, Kobe a close second.
We don't even have to ask. We don't even have to ask the question now. You gave your answer a few years ago, didn't you?
what,
Last year?
LeBron and Mike MJ.
Yeah.
So MJ, it's not even a question.
I'm gonna say MJ. Like this is my generation. This is what I've seen with my own eyes. Like I understand The Last Dance and like what he's done. I've watched The Last Dance, but I've still seen this with my eyes, like what LeBron has done. So that's always gonna be. That's got.
So what did he do?
What do you mean?
What did he do? He scored points. Okay. What did he do? 4 and 6.
If you,
He never won a Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh, so you have your answer already.
My answer's
Got
been.
you.
But again,
don't matter.
much like.
would you rather lose in the first round or the chip?
Yeah,
6 for 6 or something though.
You lose is lose.
But he looked.
And they always say-
but MJ wasn't getting there.
Huh?
He
True.
went. When he went there, he won. I give him that. But when he didn't go, he was getting dog walked.
By who though?
The bad boys.
The Bad Boys and the Celtics. Larry Bird.
Hey, a loss is a loss, like you said.
No, it is. I'm just saying, like,
I mean, I think LeBron and MJ both had years, so they had to grow up. The only thing I would say is that, like, I feel like LeBron didn't really have as much time as MJ to grow up. Like, the hype with him coming into the league was crazy.
That's the most impressive thing.
Yeah.
Is he's lived up to the hype from
And
18 years old. It's even before then, really.
And
but I mean,
exceeded it. But like MJ, he wasn't as big of a name. You know, he had time to sort of like grow up and, you know, rise into that kind of role. You know what I mean? So that's the one thing that's definitely impressive about LeBron. He lived up to the hype and exceeded it.
The funny thing is like if you said, who are you more like? And from a personality standpoint, I would tell you you're a lot more like Jordan because you're cutthroat.
Really?
Yeah. You don't like losing.
Hate it.
You'd do anything to win.
Facts.
Can't shut up. Yeah.
I mean,
MJ was a trash talker like that?
yes.
He might have been worse than you. Like he would say,
There's a lot of people worse than me. You really want to talk about it. I'm not that bad. He's making me seem like I'm a bad guy.
nah, he's not a bad guy.
I don't
He's
try
just
to talk that much.
he's just uber competitive. So he's always gonna try to get a leg up, you know? No matter what.
So our little tally on the bottom of the screen, I think it was 8-5, now it's 9-6. Jemai took Jordan.
That's his favorite player.
Yeah.
That's his favorite player.
How
But
different?
MJ is like the biggest icon.
Yeah, it's not close,
So
pal.
like that plays a big part in it too. though.
Again,
sure.
there are things about LeBron that I think are super impressive. Again, living up to the hype. His all-around game is fantastic. There are things he lacks, though.
Yeah.
You know.
You think Jordan didn't like things? No, everybody do.
No, everybody does lack something. But when you look at the totality of the game, 10-time All-Defense, 1-time Defensive Player of the Year, you know, scoring champ. I think actually it's 9-time All-Defense, 10-time scoring champ. I mean, you can just kind of go, it's
You can't
all-around
say
game.
scoring anything. Bron leads the NBA ever in scoring.
Yeah, longevity. That's the
Hey, that's not his
no,
fault. He can take
that's
care of his
a
body.
perk to him. That's a perk to him. He's stayed healthy, right? I mean, he's not had, you know, any big injuries. You know.
No.
All right, let's turn to the hair. How often you gonna have those rebraided?
I'm real superstitious about my hair. Like if I play good and my hair looks like this, it's gonna be left like this for the next game. But if I play bad,
So after the Kentucky game, you're just letting that thing roll.
yeah, because I had an appointment scheduled, but I was like, I can't even go, can't do it. But if my hair is done, I'm going to get it done again. If I play good, I'm going to get it done right.
Where do you go? Let's give that person some love. Where do you go?
Asia, shout out Asia. Yep.
Shout out Asia.
She did his hair too.
Yeah. Yeah, when I got my cornrows for a little bit, she did mine too.
Yeah.
When you bringing that back?
We all been asking this
I
question.
don't know, probably later in the month. Probably. Maybe early March.
Well, once you get once you get to tournament time, you got to leave it kind of with what you've been doing. You can't be switching it up at that one time.
Yeah, it depends. I don't know. If I'm playing well, I might leave it in too. Depends on what the vibe is. I don't know. But I did like it the first time. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. That was my first time braiding my hair. So, yeah. But
So-
he gave me the contact, though, so I just said, why not?
So since you've got all this love for Jordan, do you like watching old clips? Do you like watching?
Yeah, for sure.
So what big men do you like to watch?
Big man do I like to watch? I don't watch big men like that, surprisingly. Probably Duncan, I would say, is who I've watched the most of.
His hair at now like near 50 years old is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
I mean, like he played with such a clean cut guy his whole career. Now
For
he's got
sure.
like these long.
I wonder if that's the reason. Like he wanted to wait until he was done playing or something. I wonder if,
Yeah,
because some people, I don't know, some people are superstitious like that too.
that's true. That's
Low
true.
cuts, but
I love watching Dirk, too. Dirk Nowitzki. I love watching him play, too.
What's one part of your game you want to see improve?
Probably shooting, just being able to stretch the floor a little bit more. I feel like inside, I've definitely improved. Just need to be more patient at picking my spots, things like that. But definitely expanding my game. Hitting that mid-range shot. Sooner or later, extending to the three-point line, things like that.
What about you?
I would really say my passing. Like I want to be a way better passer, and that's one thing me and Coach Barnes talked about. And I know I can get better at it for sure.
Can you pick things up from Santi? Because obviously that's him being crafty, and I mean he's we talked about that last week on the show. He'd rather make a great no look pass than stick one in your eye from 25 feet.
Yeah, nah, you definitely can, because he's one of the smartest players, if not the smartest player on the team for sure. Like he can see something happen, like see something about to happen, and boom, somehow, some way, somebody's gonna be wide open just because he just told us what to do. But he's definitely a really smart player, and you can pick up a lot of things from his game.
Yeah, no doubt. He's like one of those guys where it's like he sees like 3, 4, 5 steps ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So like he'll pass up an open shot. And you're like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
And then you'll see the play unfold, and he finds somebody open for a dump down dunk or a wide open corner 3, stuff like that. And it's just like, wow.
You can't name each other. I'm not saying you would, but you can't. I'm taking that off the table. Who's the one teammate that, if you had a flat tire or whatever, if I call this person, they're going to be there?
Well, I can say Santi and Jordan for sure. For sure, because I got stuck in the snow a little while ago, and I called I called MC, and
Mary Carter, this is
yeah.
this is like the 4th straight episode. She gets the love.
I called MC, and then they called me and was like, yo, we on our way, we about to come get you. Because I didn't know. I knew they was at the gym, or everybody was around each other. So I called her, and then they was like, yo, we on our way, we about to come help you out. And they sure enough did help me get home. They was out there in that snow right with me. So I can say them two for sure.
I'd probably say Josiah or
Joe too.
Or Grant Hurst. Shout out Grant. He's my roommate right now. But yeah, Josiah, he's like one of those guys where whenever you pick up the phone, whenever you call him, he always picks up the phone. And then Grant, he's one of those guys where like he's always checking up on you, making sure you're okay. So, just a real high-class guy.
So do you think Grant doesn't like me because he doesn't answer my phone? Josiah answers
him and Grant have an interesting relationship. It's like
Grant, that's my guy.
It's like a I don't know, twin brother kind of relationship or whatever. I don't know.
You guys live across the river?
No.
No?
No.
So you're campus or campus side?
I'm campus.
I'm downtown.
Yeah, he is a penthouse.
Yo.
Yeah,
So
downtown.
yeah.
Don't listen to him.
Now I didn't know if you lived across the river, because if you're coming from the South Knoxville, you cross the river and then you turn right as soon as you come across, and basically you make another right and it takes you down the hill and down on Neyland Drive.
Yeah.
You're talking about being. I remember that was the one time in college where it really snowed for me. This was again 20 years ago, not quite but almost, and I remember going down that hill and it was ice, and I was like, this was the dumbest decision ever, because I just knew I was going to slide right out into the guardrail and then right out into Neyland Drive.
Yeah, because when they said it was going to snow, I was like, okay, like it's going to be cleaned up in a little while.
In New York, yes.
Yeah,
Here,
yeah.
it shuts everything down.
I was baffled. I was like, wow.
Because it really didn't snow that much.
Yeah,
like,
it wasn't.
like,
Because that's the most snow it's had since '93.
and that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So like you just don't prepare for it. They're not
Right.
You know.
we would be going to school.
Oh
For
yeah.
sure.
Like, we would be,
For sure.
people would be walking around. People
Yep.
would be on the trains and the buses. Everybody would be living a regular life.
It would be a regular day.
Yankees. You and I have had this conversation.
Yeah.
Yankees.
Yeah. I was also a little bit of a Cubs fan, but my high school was right by Yankee Stadium, though, Cardinal Hayes. So, I was always going to Yankees, Yankee games here and there. You'd always see the crowd of people lining up for the game, stuff like that.
Brunson. Does he deserve MVP? The Knicks.
I think he deserved to be in the conversation for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But Embiid
Yeah.
is
But they're saying that he might not make the
cut 'cause of
yeah,
meniscus.
yeah.
But
Because he has to play so many
Yeah, he
games.
got to play 65,
yeah.
Because he got New York on his back right now.
For sure.
He doing what he got to do. He taking care of us.
For sure.
MSG. When was the first time you all played there?
FAU.
So last
For
year.
me, at least. I'm not sure if you
mine
played
was my freshman year versus
In
Texas,
NIT?
Texas Tech. Nah, I never played in no NIT.
No, I thought it was no preseason NIT. Wasn't it preseason NIT against Texas
it
Tech?
was the Jimmy V Classic.
Okay,
Because
sorry.
I remember it was the worst basketball game ever. We went in overtime and we had 40 points, both teams.
Really?
I will never forget that day. Nobody made a shot. And it
Made
was
the South
crazy,
Carolina game look good.
But
Wow.
it made the South Carolina game look great. And it was crazy because the teams after us that played, I think it was Villanova and Syracuse, and those teams had the same exact performance pretty much. And they was
That's
trying to say it was
crazy.
something with the basketball or something, like what was going on, because nobody made shots. Like
That's crazy.
everybody just had an off day. I'll never forget that.
How different is that place?
It's like not what I expected. I thought it was gonna be like way bigger. It's a little bit more compact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could definitely see like the mysticism and just the arena and how people are outside doing the whole deal. Yeah, so it definitely lived up to the hype for sure.
If this team's going to make the run you guys hope to make, what has to happen?
I would just say everybody as a collective doing our job, what we need to do to win, and just that. And everybody take care of their job. Obviously, some nights the ball isn't going to go in the basket, but taking care of little details like executing plays or getting defensive stops when we need to, little stuff like that. But everybody taking care of our jobs.
Finding a way to win when you don't have your A game.
For
Exactly.
sure. For
And
sure.
I think everybody on the team understands that for sure, and we all want to win, and we know what we can do. And that's when the national championship, we all believe that we actually can do that.
Mm-hmm.
There's not one guy in that locker room that I don't think doesn't believe that or doesn't want to. But I just think just doing little things like that and just wanting to win, we will do it.
Most definitely.
Let's do some rapid fire. Favorite thing to eat?
Chicken,
Chicken wings.
Do you mean wings?
fried chicken, any fried chicken.
He has like a go-to meal he likes to go to, but I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna let him disclose that if he wants to. I don't know.
I could disclose it myself. Fried chicken, my mom make it,
I think we talked about
Mac
that when
and
you were out last
cheese.
time, yeah.
and peas.
Really?
Green peas.
Really?
That's my favorite meal. My mom make it.
Mm.
I can have that every day for the rest of my life.
That's the meal?
With hot sauce.
Respect. Okay.
With hot sauce, and I gotta have a bath. I gotta have something to drink.
Favorite superhero?
Oof.
My mom.
I see. I was gonna say Black Panther. Damn. Made me look bad. Oh man.
That's not making you look bad. I used to like Hulk when I was little, so I could say Hulk or Superman. Superman. I was a big Superman fan.
Favorite place in the city to go to?
That's a great question. And I'm saying this being honest. I'm gonna say Chick-fil-A because it's not too many. It's not too many Chick-fil-A's in New York. Am I wrong?
Oh man,
Am I
no, there's
wrong?
not. Honestly, I've only heard of one.
Yeah, it's only like 1 or 2 Chick-fil-A's in New York, really. So I didn't have
man.
Chick-fil-A consistently like this until I got.
I was
down
there
here.
in March and I ate a Chick-fil-A, mostly because it was right beside my hotel. We ate there
Yeah.
once, right near John's Pizza. You ever been to John's Pizza?
Me and Joe's.
No, John's. This is John's Pizzeria. It's right off of right near all the Broadway shows.
I'm not sure.
Right near,
But it's-
not too far off Times Square. Near what's the cheesecake place up there? Oh, jeez.
I forgot what it's called. I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Damn.
I forgot. But Joe's is in Brooklyn, right? Or am I tripping?
Joe's in Manhattan.
Oh.
But yeah, I'll have to say Chick-fil-A. It's not too many of those out there, and the ones that is out there, they top tier, fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna sound like a tourist, but I love Times Square though. I just love the atmosphere.
No, I don't think you sound like a tourist. I mean, New York it's just a different place. I mean, you can go to the touristy spots and it's still.
I used to have to go to Times Square and like Madison Square Garden. I used to see it every day because
Respect,
that's where like the main train station is, and I had to transfer there, going to school in Jersey or like going somewhere in the Bronx. Like that's where I had to transfer from. So I would be there every single day.
All right, let's go. Your house to. I'm trying to think of. Let's just go your house to Times Square. Give me the subway route.
Subway route. My house in Far Rock. I could take the A train straight there. Well, first I would take the S train. I'll take a one stop, then I'll transfer and get on at Beach 91st, and take Beach 91st all the way to 42nd Street, Times Square.
Boom. You.
My house at Times Square. I'd probably have to take the train in Poughkeepsie from Hyde Park. So I would drive from Hyde Park to Poughkeepsie, take the train all the way down to Grand Central Station. That's in Manhattan.
Not
So
too far of a walk from there.
Nah, and I think I could walk to Times Square from there. Yeah, that's probably like a 10-minute walk.
Yeah,
5-10 minute walk.
about 10-minute walk. Yep.
Yeah.
You guys love the subway?
I find it easy to take. Really, like
Yeah, I do too. I agree.
It's like it's not bad because no traffic, but it do get stuck on the tunnels.
Yeah,
They get stuck.
I've gotten stuck multiple
Yeah,
times.
it's no service, so you just under there and you gotta wait until the train move.
You can't
That's
do
the
anything on
only
your
bad
phone
part.
sometimes too.
That's the only annoying part about it. But I'm cool with taking the subway.
You guys like heights? Like, you mean, would you go to observatories?
Nah,
He don't like heights.
nah.
So the tall guy's not, he doesn't like heights, guys.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not scared of heights, but
Can't
it's gonna
do it.
it get to a point where I'll be like, yo, I just gotta know I'm secure. Like if I'm in a safe area, like I can
Yo,
move around.
when we went to Italy and we
Yeah,
went
I
up to
remember.
yo,
Yo, Tobe was spazzing out
yeah, I was like, yo, get me out of here, bro.
because we went to what was it, the cathedral?
Yeah.
Yeah, we was in Italy, and it was like the space was probably about maybe like this wide, and everybody had to walk up these stairs. And you're just walking up, so it's like the stairs is winding up just like this. And they like, yeah, we're not even close to where we got to get to.
Just couldn't do it.
Tobe was like, what? Yo, I'm leaving. Get me out. Everybody move. And he started moving us out the way, walking back downstairs.
I started getting claustrophobic.
Yeah.
The tight space, I couldn't do it.
Is that what happened in Kentucky? You got claustrophobic in there?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Nah, I don't know.
It looked like tight quarters to me.
Buttons got pushed and things happened, and yeah.
I press his butt. I always bother him all the time.
Where were you at during that?
Oh, I was in the back. Like,
Instigating.
up.
He was instigating. That's what he was doing.
Get him told.
He was
Get him
instigating.
told. Because I know he wouldn't have struggled in that battle, so why am I going to try to stop the situation, you know? I know he's going to win that battle.
Yeah, I was wild. That was wild.
What's Barnes saying in those instances?
I mean, this instance, he gave me a high five in the huddle. Yeah.
Especially in a situation like that, he wasn't wrong. So I don't think the coach would have gotten that mad, but
Yeah.
he was definitely hyped up a little. He was a little fired up after.
Definitely
for
amped.
sure.
Definitely amped.
What's one thing that you want to accomplish individually before you leave?
I don't know, maybe make all SEC. Probably. That's probably the main thing.
I would say defensive player. That or Bob Cousy. Those are one of the two.
He already has that in lock after the game he had against Kentucky.
Those are one of the two of the awards that like I would get that I really want to get. One of the other I'm really fine with, but I need one of them before I go.
What's the best play you've made since you've been here?
The best play? What is the best play I've made here? The best play that I've made since I've been here? I'm not sure. That's a great question. I know my favorite play.
Go ahead.
Can I say that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we was playing my freshman year. We was playing against Texas A&M. I remember I got the ball. Somehow, some way, I got the ball, and it was kind of like a fast break. I took a dribble, and then the guy reached. Like I did, like a between the legs or a crossover or something. And then I didn't see the guy, but like I just did it. It was like out of instincts, boom, and I went by him, and I started hearing the crowd go like, oh. So I started to see myself like a bunch of space. So I pulled up for a three, and I hit it. And then the guy, but I didn't really look at the guy because obviously I'm looking ahead. I'm not turning around and looking around and stuff. The guy, I seen the video. He was just like tumbling, like he fell, and it made sports in the top 10. But that's for sure my favorite play. Was Texas A&M my freshman year.
You?
It was probably when we played Auburn at home. I think Jalen Williams, the forward, had a easy lane for a dunk, and I blocked it. But I wasn't thinking that I rotated fast enough in time. So I guess just me jumping up, making the play, surprised myself a little bit.
Is it hard to believe that really next year is going to be your senior year?
Yes.
I mean, because you think
Feel
about like
old.
Josiah and Santi, and they got here a long time before you did. It feels like, but because you don't have that COVID year, you know.
Yeah, my class, the last class without a COVID year, but it just feels crazy. Like it doesn't feel like I've been here multiple years. It just feels like one big year, and like it don't feel like I should leave.
How do you think those guys feel? They've been here for
Man, what they been here 6-7 years, something like that.
not quite that long, but sure.
Something like that.
I think like Joe's like 35 right now, right?
I thought he was 36.
No, yeah. I know Santi's pushing 40 right now.
Yeah.
Yo.
They're actually nice to you guys, and y'all are just.
Yo, that's
You don't see Josiah, boy.
Yo, I wish he was here. It would be straight jokes.
Josiah is probably the jokester on the team, the biggest jokester. Am I
No,
wrong?
you're not wrong. I think he should go into acting when he's done.
Yeah, if he doesn't want to play basketball, he can be a great actor.
After that first episode of Vol Club Confidential, I told him on the street like that next week. I said, whenever basketball's done, you need to be an analyst.
Yeah,
You speak incredibly well. You got personality. You smile. You're engaging.
He would be a great actor. Like after being with him for this amount of time, like.
But it's so hard to like describe it. It's one of those things where you have to be there to like really understand it because it's just.
You're supposed to be the jokester,
Nah.
Fozzie Bear, Waka Waka.
Oh man.
I need an update next time I see you. I need an update on. I need you to do a little research on the Muppets.
Gotcha. I haven't really watched the Muppets.
That was crazy because
Yeah, me neither. Since like 1987.
But they got a lot of shows in New York, like
Really?
Broadway shows and stuff. They got a lot of those in New York.
What's your favorite Broadway show? This is how we're ending. Favorite Broadway show? Have you ever been to one?
Never.
Would you go?
No, I don't think so.
We can't get you to go to Lion King.
I'll probably go to Lion King.
Aladdin.
Yeah, I'll go to Lion King. before
Wicked.
Aladdin. Nah, not Wicked.
So Lion King.
Yeah, Lion King. That would be the one I would go to probably. Just off of knowing like, the story and stuff already, the movie.
Yeah. You?
I had a chance, but I had a game that day. It was to see Wicked, so I couldn't go. And then after that, just got busy and stuff like that. So, yeah, if I had a chance, I would go. Why not? It's definitely a memorable place, famous place.
Yeah, and not too far off your favorite, Times Square.
Right, for sure.
Well, guys, we appreciate it, man. You guys have been fantastic, and love hearing a little bit about your lives and how you grew up in New York. And I know Tennessee fans are enjoying every moment they have you guys in Orange.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.